started. Let's get started. Alright. Joel, how you doing? What's going on? What's going on? You guys already know what show this is, but I'm gonna wait in for one person to get on. So just please be patient with me. Small crowd for tonight. Yes, I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. I hope you're doing good as well. Thank you. Thank you. Lots of love for you as well. Well, I'm going to start it off by letting you guys know, normally, hello to you too, parental alienation, 55, hello, how you doing? My name is Arcadio Santana, and this is Fathers Are Important. For those of you that are watching, that are new to the page, this page is for all fathers to come on and let their voice be heard and talk about why they feel fathers are important. They can also come on here and talk about their personal experience with parental alienation. This show is not just for fathers, and that's something I'm going to bring out as well. This show is for women as well. Fathers are not perfect. Fathers make mistakes. And then there's fathers that don't understand why fathers are important. So this show is also for mothers to come on here, express what they're going through. Hello, Lady Law, how you doing? This show is also for mothers to come on here and express their feelings on why they feel fathers are important, and also talk about their experience with parental alienation. I'm talking about why fathers are important, but more than anything, I'm letting the world know on here. I'm raising awareness for parental alienation, and I'm also raising awareness to let the world know that children deserve both parents. It takes two human beings to create another human being. So I've been getting backlash lately saying that the post that I put up is for fathers, but at the same time, it's to let everybody understand that there are fathers that are out there that have a silent cry inside, that are dealing with so much hurt, so much pain. But also for the mothers that are watching, or for the mothers that may be tuning in later or rewatching this show over later, I want you all to know that I have nothing against mothers. I have nothing against ladies or anything. Motherhood is important. Very, very important for a child. But there are some mothers that are out there that may feel that fathers don't deserve to see their kids, and motherhood is way more important. My goal is to help a lot of people understand that fatherhood is as deep as motherhood. It's not better, but it should be equal. It should be looked at as just as important as motherhood. Now, I have my first guest for today that's going to be on the show is John. I forgot his last name, but he goes by the name of Justice for Jace. I used to call him JC, but I do apologize. But he goes by the name of Justice for JC, coming from California, and he's my guest for today on the show. Let's go live with him right now. Going live with him right now.
Hey,
how you doing, John?
That shit was quick. See, I did this just for quick. You notice I'm not in the car.
No car for once, I see. No car.
I got you.
And you know what? It's been long overdue that I finally have you on as a guest, instead of you just dipping in and out for like about a hot 5 or 30 seconds. But it's been long overdue. But I know who you are. A few people that are watching know who you are. But for the people that don't know who you are, can you please let everybody know your name and where you're from?
Yeah, let me get comfy. Oh, boy. Woo, I'm just being in the car. All right. I'm John. I'm over here in California, Central California.
Okay. And
I'm running Justice for Jace. Jace is my little boy, so.
All right. You have a handsome son, by the way.
What's that?
I said you have a handsome son, young boy.
Oh yeah, thank you. He's up here. Both of them are up there, but it cut the string in half. Anyways, well, hey man, thank you for having me on. Like I said, I
No
did this for you. I sat down. I sat down. I really wanted to drive. So
Not a problem. Before I start the show off, I wanna let everybody know that I do apologize for being a big kid with my Space Jam jersey, but I didn't get enough time to change, so I just had to race home and jump right into the show. But before anything, before we go any further, let me ask you, John, why do you feel why do you feel fathers are important?
you hear me? Okay.
I can hear you loud and clear.
Perfect. Uh, I, I wish we just stop asking that question. Is it really a necessary question? Why? Like, why not? Why? They're supposed to be. Fathers are fathers are important. That's how this world runs. This world runs off men. Men keep this world safe. Fathers keep this world safe. Uh, so there you want. I could dive right in. I could kind of start with some things that I experienced.
Okay. Okay. Let's hear it.
All right. So I'll start from. Basically, I've been involved. I don't know how to say involved with parental alienation since birth. Since birth, I was born in the Bay Area here, and when I was born, I was actually. I'll go through the backstory a little bit. I was born actually addicted to heroin. Both my parents are heroin addicts, so I kind of got a bad start right off the jump. I had I even believe I was addicted to it when I was born, and then they had to withdraw. They had to wean me off. But anyways, so all my life, when I was younger, I assumed the only dad that I ever knew. So I have a sister. So I actually have a sister and a brother, and we all have different dads. So my mom was doing her thing, whatever. And so all this time that I was younger, from about, I don't know, all the way till I was 16, but all that I can remember, as far back as I can remember, and I'll go back to meeting my dad later on in life. But I always thought that my sister's dad was my dad, and they let me believe that. Like my mom let me believe that, for the longest time. So I just thought he was that. You're a kid. I'm not really tripping. He's a little darker than me. He's Portuguese. I never tripped off it. I loved him like that. He was kind of a kingpin in the Bay Area, selling dope and welding. He was doing some other shit. And so I didn't realize, I'll fast forward to that later. There'll be other shows I'll get on. I didn't realize that, until later on in life. I met my real dad when I was 27. Never met him, never had a phone call before, I always thought this one guy was my dad. Well, come to find out that my mom had alienated him from alienating me from him. And she abruptly threw that on me at 16 years old. I remember she was angry, and she said something like, "Oh yeah, well, that's not even your real dad." Like real toxic. Like, I had a real toxic mother. So,
I'm sorry you had to go through that at a young age.
Yeah.
And you said at 16?
What's that?
Did you say at age 16?
Yeah. So at age 16, she was on like a drug, one of her fits. I've seen a lot, bro. Anyways,
I'm very sorry.
I'm not the man. It made me into something beautiful. Anyways, so we'll get back to that. But so so all this time she had been alienating me, and then that one day when I was 16, we had an argument or something. And she just said, "That's not even your dad." And she used to say stuff like, "Oh, you're just like your dad." After I found out, she told me, and she'd be like, "Oh," in a derogatory way, in a tone like, "Oh, you're just like your dad. You're disgusting." All this foul shit. And the funny thing is that she tried to hide me. She did this with both my yeah.
I like the comment below. Yes, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I like
Oh
that comment, by the
oh
way.
yeah, for sure. Oh, without a doubt, bro. Without a doubt. I'm blessed.
Continue.
I'm blessed. Life experience has
Thank
blessed
you
me.
for that comment, by the way.
I got a lot of gifts. So yeah. So anyways, come to and then I later on I seen her alienate my sister, my sister and my brother. She did it with all of us. But anyways, he never really got to spend time with me. I think he seen me for a couple months. That was about it. When I was born, and she would take me and hide me and bring me to different places and stuff. Albeit he didn't try like I did. Like a lot of people don't go how I go. But anyways, I'm not faulting them for that. But that's the kind
Quick
of
question.
alienation that I experienced. My mom doing that and me not knowing that whole time. Dude did try to reach out. Like he did try to ask her, let me see my son. His name, they hid my birth certificate from me and everything. His name was on the birth certificate. Like he was there. But the ironic thing is, her excuse for, I don't even know to this day really what her excuse is, but I would assume if I asked her, she would say, he was into drugs. Well, you kept me in a situation with you where you were into drugs and you've made my life miserable. So why you take me from him when I had a chance to, he can't be no worse than you. And now that I know him later on in life, she's doing worse than he is. And who knows how that would have flipped his life around, having a child. You feel me? Like it's not that you didn't save me. A lot of these, I think a lot of these, and we're speaking about women. I don't give a fuck about the followers right now because I am a little biased because I am a man and I'm a father. That don't mean I don't care about women. I totally do. Anybody that's getting alienated, I'm with that. But anyway, we're talking about me right now. We're talking about men. And so this had happened to me, and it's too bad because, you don't know what my relationship would have been. You didn't put me in a better situation. I think a lot of women do that. In their head, oh, this is a better place. He's more safe here, or he's more stable and secure. No, not really. Not really. I remember begging in life. I used to beg. I don't know who I was praying to, God or something. Somebody, please take me out of this house. Police, anybody. And nobody ever took me from my mom, and she was heavily on heroin my whole life. On pills, got us in car accidents. I was, I'm gonna be graphic on here. I tell you, don't have no kids on here. I was assaulted. I was abused in any way you could think of, from emotionally, physically, sexually. This was not a good woman. This is not a good woman that you left me with. You took me from my dad, and it was a worse situation. So then I witnessed, I lived with this woman all the way till I was 16 so I could get myself out. I didn't emancipate myself, but I went and got an apartment. I got out. So then she got with this other dude. No. So some time passed, and my sister, we're all 5 years apart. My sister's 5 years younger than me. So her dad, I remember this vividly. One night, it's in the middle of the night. He's at work. He was a welder. He worked graveyards. And, it's like 2 a.m. or something. And I see my mom gets us up out of bed. I'm half asleep. And first she's digging underneath all the furniture and shit. I'm like, what's this chick doing? Whatever. And so, like I told you, he was kind of a kingpin. So she found his stashes of money, and I seen her just grabbing all his money. She took me, she took my sister, and she fucking bounced. And then I remember my sister's dad having trouble trying to see her, and so my mom put him through that. Same thing, telling everybody a sad story. Oh, this dude's toxic. Oh, he's a drug dealer. But you ain't telling on yourself. Everybody got stuff in their closet. Everybody. You, me, everybody. And some shit's deeper than others. This lady kept me, and you ain't doing good. You a drug addict, bro. I've caught you like dead with needles in your arm. That psychologically fucked me up. As a kid, I'm thinking my mom's dead. You feel me? Like, man, I got stories for days, bro. I could write a book.
Now let me ask you a quick question. Still to this day, have you and your mom like buried the hatchet or anything? Has she ever apologized to you?
There ain't no hatchet, bro. It's like this. It's like I raised myself, and I got into it with somebody earlier. I'll speak on this, and I don't care. People tell me this. Yeah, I got tattoos. It don't matter to me, bro. Like, you don't know my character until you fuck with me. When you fuck with me, you know. But anyways, I did grow up a little rough because that's what raised me. I found my dudes. I found my dads in the street, off top. Like, that's where I hung out with older dudes all the time. I skipped school. My mom didn't care, bro. My mom was on drugs. So, getting back to the question you asked, I don't really I don't have no ill will towards her, but as I got older, now I'm, at the 40 mark, and at about 35, I had some kind of a spiritual awakening, and that kind of changed my. I remember being young and angry at my mom, and that's what made me kind of be out in the streets. Like, why ain't my dad come for me? Why the fuck I get this raw deal? You feel me? I was an angry young man, but something happened and changed my life. I read a book, and I don't know, it changed my life. So then I didn't have no
Before you
animosity.
go any further, before you go any further, for the few people that are just tuning in now, can you let everybody know your name and where you're from once again?
John, Central California, very
All right.
native. I'm going through alienation with my own kid, and I'm talking about my past right now.
All
So
right. And my name is Arcadio Santana, and this is
that's
Fathers
Iron
on.
Dad. That's the big man. Uh, so
Continue.
so anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna lose track. Like, I'm gonna lose track of things. So yeah, I don't have no like ill feelings towards her. You feel me? But I got to a point where I'm protecting my peace and I'm protecting my energy. Like, she's not somebody that I don't feel comfortable around her. And my sister always trips out, and people always, they trip out because I raised my sister and brother. I took the brutal shit. Like, if my mom would get crazy with my sister, I took it. Come fuck with me, hit me. I would block that shit. So they didn't see half the shit I saw, because pretty much I was a father before I was a father. 100. Like, I was a father before I was a father. I took care of my sister, my brother, while my mom was fucking off in the streets. So they didn't really get a lot of the shit that I got. I got the brunt, bro. And then when I became a man, when I came 13, 14, 15, 16, I'm getting in my teens, now I'm kind of like, you swing your arm at me, I'm going to grab it. No. You're not touching me.
There's a question from somebody that asked you, from Joel Hendricks. What book did you read that helped you?
Bro, the book that changed my life, and I never been spiritual. I never been, I don't know what you call me. I don't have a name for it. I'm spiritual now, for sure. I never been into God or anything like that, but I read a book. Everybody knows it. A lot of people know it. It's called The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Who would have thought that words in a book, they changed my life, bro. From that moment on, I've been in touch with my soul. I've been in touch with Source. It's hard to explain, but yes. So Eckhart Tolle, his first book, The Power of Now, is life-changing.
Okay.
You got to be ready to receive it, though. I was ready. You come to a point where you've been in so much pain that life will submit you, where you're like, and if you ain't got no God like me, I was just like talking to anybody in my head, like, please, I can't take this no more, please. And when you get pummeled like that, it's like they say a rose grew from concrete. It's alchemy. It blow you up. Like, I don't know, it does something
Now
to you.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I have a question. With what you were starting off with your mother, alienating you from your father and alienating your father from you, how did you maintain yourself from not letting this consume you and letting it break you?
You got to remember, I was too small, bro. A lot of these, sorry, but a lot of these women, whoever's being the alienator, they're slick. They ain't stupid. My mom was an educated woman. She went through college. So was her mom. They're smart. So, for her not to blurt it out until I was 16, I wasn't really hip to what was going on. You feel me? I knew that shit was wrong what she did with my sister and to her dad, just because I know. And don't think that your kids don't know at 6, at 7, at 8. don't think that they're too young to know what the fuck's going on. They're smart. I come from smart people. We're just human beings. We're smart in general. So, yeah, man, there's women out there that are pretty smart. My mom's one of them. So now let's move to my brother. So my sister's 5 years younger than me. So it's pretty much my brother's like 30, my sister's like 35, I'm like 40 now. Whatever. It's like that. So now she gets with this new dude. And it's quick, bro. Like in between relationships, it's real fast. They move in real fast, and it's always like partying, alcohol, all this shit, drugs, everything. She tried to hide the drugs from me, but the alcohol was all the time. And this dude comes in. They don't last very long. But like I'm really attached to my little brother, like really attached. And it's a trip to have a little brother when you're a boy. It was different than my sister. Me and my sister used to fight, bro. So they got into some shit, and dude left. No, she kicked him out or something like that. But by this time, this is what I was telling Yana earlier. I kind of said it on her post. You don't have to do shit. The universe work itself out. It will balance shit out. This time, that shit came back around on my mom. She tried to pull that funny shit on dude. Oh, he does cocaine. Oh, he does this. But she was so fucked up off the drugs that she didn't realize that in front of the judge, you're looking hella stupid. You passing out, bro. You losing your job as a nurse from the hospital. You running into shit with your car. Like, it caught up with her. This time, she tried that funny shit, and dude got his kid. And I'll tell you how it happened real quick. It fucked me up that day, but now in retrospect, I'm really happy that happened. It probably saved bro's life. But so I used to watch him. My mom would take off. She would go to the Bay Area for like, sometimes, bro, a week at a time. And mind you, I'm in middle school. I'm 13, something like that, 13, 14, 15. And then I was in high school. And so I'm just taking care of my brother and sister. There were times I had to do runs. Like I had to go I go in grocery stores with a cart, fill it, come back out, like run out, toss the shit in my car just so I could feed my brother and sister. Well, one time, so then I go one day to pick up my brother from school. Every day I pick him up from school, from kindergarten. And I go to pick him up. And the teacher said he ain't here. I find out the dad came with the police and everything and took my brother. I walked my ass all the way back to the house crying. Either I walked or I drove. Because that's another thing. I learned how to drive when I was 13, 14 because my mom left an extra car at the house. I'm driving around with no license, stealing groceries from my brother and sister, fucking driving the car with no light, you feel me? Just to get my brother to school and everything, doing my little hustles, selling bubble guns, just stupid, crazy shit. So that happened with him. So she alienated all three of us. And not once, bro, some funny shit went on during my life. Like, police would come to my house, everything. I knew they could see she was fucked up because I'm a kid and I could tell she's fucked up. Ain't nobody ever, no CPS ever came. Nobody investigated anything. I'm begging the Lord or whoever, I'm begging the universe, please take me out of here. Please, somebody take me out of here.
I have a question because I know there's a lot more that you want to say in such a short period of time, but one question I have to ask you, but before you move on to the other part of what you want to talk about, there's a lot of kids that are being alienated out there from their fathers, and if they would watching right now, if you had like kids that are the age you was, like you said 16, am I right?
When I found out?
Well, let's just say between, if there was kids watching right now between 13, 14, 15 and up, 16 and up, what would your best advice be to those kids that are being alienated from their dad and that are wanting to see their dad so bad? The kids that are longing and yearning to see their dad and be reunited.
Okay,
what would your advice be?
I got you. Or angry at them, or feel some type of way inside, like they don't know what to fucking do. Do I believe it? I'll tell you this.
What would your advice be to those kids?
My advice to you kids out there, they shouldn't be watching this, but maybe they're watching it, whatever, is that there's something in you. You know it. I don't know what it is, but there's something in you that make your own decisions. At that age, you know. So if something inside is telling you something don't feel right about this, people want to call it intuition. People want to go with that. And so when the time comes, when your dad comes around, you have that open space to be like, okay, I kept it there. Like, I'm not going to believe this fully, because something don't feel believable about all of this. Like, if you keep that there, you're going to be a little bit more open when dad comes around, if he comes around. And he might not come around. But that's all I could tell you, because it's hard as a child to even, you're not even thinking about that, bro. You just want to feel normal. You want to feel belong. Like, I'll tell you another thing. I had a friend, and I'll even go this far. This might get some women angry, but I don't care. And I don't know if the same applies for women. I would say yes, it does, for girls and boys. If I had to choose, first of all, both parents in the life, premium, that takes the top spot, for sure. But if I could only choose one to put me into the rest of my life and venture on to my life, if you could only choose one, I know 100% a father is better than having a mother, if that was the case. Because I have friends, right? The mother wasn't really in my friend's life. It was the best friend of mine. I remember this vividly. I was 13. We were both in junior high. That's when my mom was out fucking around. Well, when she would come back home, boom, I would run to homeboy's house. Bro, not on no funny shit. I fell in love with bro's dad. He was a single dad, bro. I used to try to always spend the night at their house. I was like adopting his dad, bro. He had everything that I wanted. Like, and I was never no asshole about it. Like, I appreciated his dad playing football with us, feeding us dinner. Even when his dad would just drink beer and chill out and listen to his music on the floor. For me to go to someone's house and see an actual father there and the way he cared for his boys, bro, I always wanted to be at their house. Like, I could tell sometimes his dad was like, oh, John can't come over tonight. Like, they were cool with me, but I tried to overdo it, bro. I was trying to stay there every night. And in the summertime, I was spending the night there a lot. So, that was my...
Now,
Go ahead.
the next subject is your current situation with you being alienated. But before you talk about that, I want to thank you for sharing with us your past, because that's very deep, and especially to even share that about your mother. There's not a lot of people that will come on here, whether you're in front of 7, 8, 9, 10, or even a lot more, and to have enough guts to even say something about that within your family. And I admire your guts for you to even come out and be outspoken like that. And I want to thank you for sharing it on the show.
I
And
appreciate you, brother. To you know, to the defense, like, it's a gift of mine. It really is. I've been blessed with a gift to be like, I am a little raw and everything. You see me get into it earlier with somebody, but I'm never gonna change who I am. And like, yeah, I gave my business right now. Like, this could go viral, whatever. They know all my shit. I don't care, bro. That's one thing. I don't have to have a good memory because I'm just telling facts, and they ain't always good about it. There's things I've done in my life I got to take accountability for, like 100. But yeah, man, I thank you for that. But that's been. I was telling a friend earlier I was talking to that admires. He admires me. Whatever. I told him that didn't happen overnight. That didn't happen. Like, I took initiative 13 years ago, 15 years ago, and I got myself into therapy. When I had my first child, I was like, nah, bro. And I kept myself in that for 13, 15 years. Now the family courts will hold that against you. It's funny. I'm trying to better my life. You're going to try to hold it against me. But that's another story. I got a lot of stories.
your current situation now, can you share that with us briefly?
Okay,
Because
so...
some of it you can and you cannot, because I understand you told me. But would you mind sharing it with us?
Yeah, I'll go through it a little bit. So, and keep in mind that the past stuff, I'm sure that fuels things in me. I got a lot of, anxiety. I'm not so much anymore, but I have a lot of anxiety and depression and stuff like that I've gone through in my life. So, so I met this. I've had a few girlfriends, so we're just we ain't naming no names or nothing. So one of my girlfriends, you guys can kind of figure it out and look at my profile. Use your brains. one of my girlfriends, I was with. I met her, and I seen that I had not dated for a while, and I was raising my older son. I raised my. That's another thing I'll tell you real quick. My oldest one, his mom left his life when he was 4 years old, and I raised him. I raised him by myself, till now. But during that time, there was a time period where I didn't have no steady girlfriend for like 6 years or something. I was just doing my mental health and taking care of the baby, taking care of my son and all that. And I ran into a girl, and I just fell in love, bro. Not just with her, but it's like something inside of me wanted my older son to have a mom. And I seen this mom with her kids, and I was like, yo, this the one, bro. This is the one. Like, we vibing, and she got kids my kids' age, and as we would hang out more and more, like, that doesn't happen all the time where the kids get along with each other. Man, they were getting to be like best friends, especially my son and one of the other ones. Not both, because they were different ages. The other one was a little bit older, but one was like right on my son's age. So I met this girl, and then maybe about a year later, two years later, we lived together for a while, and then we had my little one that that's on the name of my thing. So that's been kind of it's been tumultuous. Like, it's been crazy. When you try to step into to try to be a stepfather and go to children, that boys, even probably girls too, but my situation was boys. They were boys, and they didn't have a dad in their life. And not only that, these are black men, so, which doesn't matter, but in these days it does. Like, let's just keep it real. It would be ideal for them to have not only a father figure, but a black father figure. That would be ideal for them, I believe, because there's certain things that in my culture I can't speak on because it ain't happened to me. So, anyways, just going into that situation was kind of, but I took a lot on. Like, I took a lot on. This woman had 3 kids, and I had my own, and then we had a baby. So, fast forward, a lot of stuff went on there. I don't know if someone's seen my, I did a post where I put a part of a newspaper article that kind of said something that happened in my house that's similar to what I'm going through now. And then I also posted the police report to the side. So real quick, I'll tell everybody who doesn't know it out there. Right now, currently, they're trying to charge me with kidnapping this little boy that I have, my last little boy. I can speak about the stuff that's been already in the paper and on the news. They're saying this is all alleged. Keep that clear. They're saying that I went to my little boy's house and took him and kept him and kidnapped him, and then some shit got broken, and I got they picked me up, they found me. Me and a bunch of strangers went in there. All this shit that's some is towards the truth, and a lot ain't. So but it's out there, and they don't a lot of times they had asked me my side when they took me into jail. News companies want to talk to me and everything. I didn't talk to nobody. One, I'm kind of alpha and beta male. Like, you won't see me. You haven't seen on my profile, and you won't see it. I don't talk down on my son's mom. I still love my son's mom. Like, I love her. I love her boys like they're my own. That's just the type of dude I am. And I always show my little boy, the little one that she took, I show him how I love his mother. So anyway,
I have a question. I don't mean to cut you off.
Yeah.
How do you manage to still sit here and say that you love your son's mother with the allegations that's being stacked on you, which you just sat here and said that a lot of it is not true.
I'll tell you.
And hold on. There's a lot of people that will come off and say F that bitch or whatever else that they would want to come out and
Uh-huh.
say.
Yep.
How are you still maintaining to sit here and say you still love your son's mother for that?
Like I told you before, and Alan can tell you this, a couple other guys on here, like, there's a beta part of me, or whatever you want to call it. You know, I don't put labels on shit. I am who I am. I appreciate all my gifts. I never been like that, bro. I never held shit against my mom. I never held shit against my dad for not showing up. I don't do that. It's just never been me. Also, I want my little boy to see that his daddy loves his mom. You know, a lot of people, oh yeah, that's why I said, Alan will test to this, some other people. I've been called, people have called me simp, cuck, bitch, beta. They call me names on here all the time, bro, because that's one thing that some fathers on here got it twisted. Just because I got a lot of fathers on my file, you know, following me, that don't mean I condone all the shit you do or I believe everything you do. Same thing with the women. Like, if you're sitting there shitting on women like really hard, I'm gonna say what I feel. If it don't feel right, I'm gonna say it. That's what social media is about. I'm gonna speak my piece. But my own people, they attack me. You know, men attack me when I do that. I don't care. I'm gonna keep it 100. Like, that's how. If I feel that way, that's how it is. If I feel you're a man and you're just complaining and whining and playing a victim and putting it all and you overdoing it, you over the top doing it, I'm gonna speak on it. Same.
Now, there's a comment. There's a comment that I would like to read. First, starting off from an old school friend of mine that I went to high school with. You're a beautiful person, and I really hope things work out for you. Heart emoji.
I appreciate you. Thank you, fam.
And hold on. There's another one from Yana. That's a gift for your son to see you show love for Z.
Say less. Yep. Yep. For sure. Yeah. Yeah. You know, so I
And
get.
one more from Gluteneous Gains. It's complicated being the bigger person.
Yeah, man. You know, it's not really complicated for me. I've been a little more aggressive lately because I'm finding my assertive side. I'm finding some balance. I've been,
Thank you everyone for commenting. Continue.
I've been, you know, I'm finding some more balance. I am a little upset with myself that I've been naive about shit and I've been so kind and people take advantage of that. But I'm not changing my way, but I'm trying to find that balance where I can still be assertive. So anyways, yeah, I've had people tell me like, hella people, bro, like, what are you doing? Even my older son, like, Dad, come on, bro. People had told me like, she's a bitch, bro. Are you getting back with her? Like, they're gonna, you know, when I was with her, I never loved no woman like that. And plus, it's my child's mom. She knows it. She ran me. She owns me. She got my heart in her handbag, bro. That's what I say. So now that don't mean you took it too far. Now you know my child comes first. You know, but I'm just saying I don't have no ill will towards her. This ain't no front. You won't ever see me when the trial comes down to it. Talk to all the kids. Tell me if I ever
Question.
put it. Yeah, yeah.
Had she ever took advantage of you because of how kind you are towards
Oh,
her?
for that's where this situation. Yes, yes. So, and still, that's why I said I've had some guys.
It always seems to be such as myself as well. Speaking from experience, it always seems to be the ones that are kind that always get taken advantage of. So I'm letting you know personally that you're not alone when it comes to a situation like that.
Yeah, but I appreciate that. But would you rather be? Because I wouldn't rather be nobody else. I'd rather be the one that's being shitted on than shitting on somebody. Like I'd rather be hurt than hurt somebody. So that's just what it is. Like I'm cool with where I'm at. Even everything you see going on, I got an ankle monitor on. They threaten me with prison. My baby ain't around. If I'm solid with who I am, with where I am, like it don't matter. People talk shit all the time, bro. If I piss a girl off, the first thing she says online, she starts bringing up the kidnapping. People start bringing up, oh, you got tattoo on your face. You don't know me then. I don't really give a fuck because my sons know me, bro. My other son's mom knows me. My daughter knows me. The people that are close to me, the few people I keep around, they know me, so I'm good. But I'm just saying, I get the hate and I get people telling me, you're stupid for even, liking this girl, this bitch. But that's how I am. I don't do that. We've been in fights with each other. I've called her out. I said bitch. But as far as, I never. Why? I love her. I could call her bitch one day. I still love you. You feel me? So, anyways,
Do you feel you have unconditional love for her?
bro, I feel after age 35, when I touched that spiritual, it just got me in tune with the kindness I already was. I've been a kind little boy since I grew up. I didn't always look like a hairy old man. I was a little boy. Arcadia was a little boy. All these people were kids. That never left me, bro. I don't never let that leave. Because when they take that, it's a wrap. So they're not taking that from me. I like who I am. I like it. It's not about unconditional love for her. I feel connected to everything living, first of all. Human first. I love her in a human way. And also she's my son's mom. How am I ever gonna, it don't change nothing. If I hate her right now, what's that change besides me getting all agitated? I put it like this. She'll know no better. If she really fucking knew how detrimental this is to all the people involved, she wouldn't do what she's doing. I'm not giving her a pass. But that's who I am. That's where I stay at. And I'm solid with that. I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. That's what I'm saying. Me and Alan have had at it before. We don't have to agree. One thing I do agree on, fathers
You
are
talking about
important.
Alan Donovan?
Fathers are, we didn't see eye to eye always, and we still won't. Because just because we're better now, if I see a post, and I hope he does the same, it's cool. Because at the end of the day, men could just be like, okay, we could disagree. Really, people could disagree. So, but I'm staying who I am. But
I have a question.
fathers are important, and children do need both parents. And I'm saying this right now. I don't give a fuck if it's a half-ass dad. A half-ass dad is better than no dad. On God, I swear. So I don't want to hear all that funny shit. That irritates me, bro. Oh,
Question.
Go ahead.
I have a question. Um, First off, I wanna let you know that my heart goes out to you for what you're going through, and even with your situation, your current situation that you just announced to all of us. But if your son's mother was on here right now watching, tuning in, and she if she was
Not gonna say
listening,
that. Only because I don't want I don't want them to take that some type of way, like I'm trying to talk to her. So I'll talk to other mothers. I'll say, other moms that are doing this, I don't think my words are gonna do anything to you. But let me appeal to your selfish side. Trust me that there's a huge possibility that what you are doing, if you don't fucking flip it around, this is to your selfish part. You should just do it because you're a good fucking person. But if nothing else, let's appeal to the selfish part, because that's what it is. When you take a child from his father, it's fucking selfish. But it's going to turn around on you, especially if he pursues the child like I do. The only way you can be lucky is if he dies. Then you get to create your own narrative, if other people ain't speaking up. But when he grows up or she grows up, they're going to be upset at you. And is it worth it? Is it worth it? And I've seen a lot of mothers crying. They've been in my inbox like, I wish I never would have did that. You ain't got to go through that.
Speaking of in your inbox, can you let everybody know what you're doing right now on Instagram for fathers as well?
I don't really want to flaunt that. I'll just say this. I don't have a big following, but I always welcome daddies that are, because I am a huge empath. So if you got something going on, and I said this in one of my own lives, I'm taking that time that I used to give my love to my baby every day, and I'm taking that and I'm putting that towards, if someone needs me, they get in my inbox. There's been a few people that they've been suicidal, or they just needed someone to talk to before they went to court, or yada, 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 whatever. I'm with it. I'm with you. I got you. Follow me after this. just I'm here.
And I want to ask for the few people that are on here right now, please take the time out and follow John right now on his page.
Uh,
Now I'm trying to pull something up right now, but it's not letting me. But
it's all
um
good. Try to pull it up. I'll keep talking because we only got
but
15 minutes.
I do want to ask you um your bulletin, the bulletin that you had up that I'm aware about.
Yeah.
Can you let everybody know about that?
Yeah. So
As a matter of fact, now that it's working, this bulletin right here, everyone, beautiful.
hey, hell yeah! I went woo.
John wind
Yeah, I
up
love that shit.
creating a bulletin on, was this a highway or a road? Or
Both,
just a regular road out in Cali?
both. It was like right off the. It was right next to an exit. Like I know. So I know my town, and I know where
But
there's a lot of traffic.
before you go any further, let me read it to everyone. What he says on here, you can't read it because it's backwards. I have it on the Fathers Are Important page if anyone's interested in looking at it. But it says what he posted on here out in California. I'm always here for you, Jace. Daddy loves you. That's deep right there.
Uh,
Um,
yeah, bro. So
how long ago was that bulletin up, and what made you do it?
okay, so I'm gonna say, damn, bro. So I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna front at all. Okay, real quick. Let me tell you this too. It ain't no coincidence what they try to make me look like out there. Y'all are welcome. Everybody has my full name on there, first of all. So anybody that wants to get off this live, it's public record. You can go on the internet and look up anybody's criminal record. Fucking go for it. You ain't gonna see shit on my mine, and when you do, it's gonna be 20 years ago. It's not a coincidence that my oldest is 19 years old. Any funny shit that I was doing, whatever, selling weed, whatever the fuck I was doing, all that shit, when I found out I'm having a baby, that shit stopped. I got regular jobs. I got into therapy. Like, that was it. It's not a coincidence that it's been 20 years since I had any legal problems until now, obviously. And, check my resume. It vouched for me. So, going back to, so the billboard, right? So that's why I said it. So I never been in any kind of trouble, right? Not like this. And I'm going to be honest with you, man, that shit made me scared. Because they're throwing big numbers at me. They still are. I mean, they ain't dropped it. They ain't dropped no numbers. But I never been in prison. I think the most I spent in jail was like a week in jail, long time ago. And so I'm thinking all kinds of stuff, bro. I'm thinking there's so much to this. We'll do another live one time. But I remember my little boy saying last time that his mom took him away, he said to me inside of this fucked me up. He said it a couple times. Once on the phone and once on a supervised visit. He said to me, he got mad in his voice. He got angry. He said, Daddy, why did you leave me? You know how that feels? He's 6 years. He was probably 3 or 4 when he said that. You know how that fucking feels? What am I going to say to him? And then I got some bitch I don't even know supervising us. I got to tell my own son, we can't talk about that right now. You feel me? He asked me why I leave him. So you done fucked up taking him twice. You took him twice now. All that shit, don't believe the shit you see on the internet, on the news, because my story is coming out. But now she took him again. And so I couldn't think so I got these people throwing numbers at me, and I'm thinking, what can I do, bro? And then I was getting involved. It was about a year after I got in trouble. I can't remember, September 2019, something like that. I decided to put the billboard up, but because I was starting to learn what fathers were going through, and I was with the fathers' rights movement, and I wanted a way to, I don't know what's going to happen to me. I want my sons to know if I go down, this is going to be on the news, everything, like you're going to know your daddy loved you, bro. I didn't leave you. I know you're a little boy, and you thought I left you, and they let you believe that I didn't leave you. So I put the billboard up for like multiple reasons, and it wasn't cheap. And then I only had it up for a few weeks, not even probably. The news crew came out again. They want to interview me. They want to interview her. Oh, because she saw it driving. My ex saw it driving, and she called the police and said it's a violation of of a protection order or a contact order. He's trying to contact his son. One, it's hella far from where my son lives. Two, he can't fucking read yet. He can't get on Instagram. He's
All you're doing is just expressing your love.
Yeah, bro. So they added another charge. Now check this out. I'm sure some other guys get mad at me for this too, but this is real. Nobody made me take that thing down. On God, nobody made me take that thing down. They just gave me another charge. I decided, because I feel like there's like whatever goes on, if my little boy's mom gets irritated or stressed, that's gonna trickle down to my little one. And she took a loving, beautiful gesture, and they try to twist it into a negative, and that's not what it's for. So, and I also had a big banner in my yard on a busy street that I paid for. I took both those things down. I took a loss on that money. I took those things down because I want my son to live as comfortable as possible, because there's some things about the other side that I don't trust and I fear. And that was the whole reason I went and even got my son, because there was a credible, valid, extremely credible, viable, valid reason why I went. I was worried about his safety, immediately, emergency style, and I did what I did. So
you just responding as a parent.
I mean,
Yana just responded. Yana from Germany just responded and said she felt threatened. First off, before you go any further, Yana, I want to thank you personally for being on here, because you're all the way in Germany, and every Friday you tune in and wait. In Germany, I'm sure it is like late. You tune in every single week, and you even tune in for John's as well. So myself and John, on behalf of myself and John, the both of us would like to thank you for tuning in.
And I'm going to tell you what makes Yana extra special, because there ain't a lot of ones doing it. And I know she gets some heat from it, from women. From women. I believe it's key. I've said this before. Just like in the Black Lives Matter, it's key for white people to step up and speak. It's more key for us to do it.
Absolutely.
It's key for women to speak up for men's rights, because women listen to women more. So people like Yana, man, it's beyond appreciation. There needs to be more women doing that. Put your pride down. Put what society has taught you down. Sometimes I rant, and she has empathy to understand this guy's just upset today. Like, I'm going to let him. She don't come back at me like, oh, well, you didn't have to say the word bitch, or you didn't have to. Because she understands. Not a lot of women out there understand. So
very. Yana is very sensitive, and as she's watching this right now, she's probably like smiling and blushing right now as we're talking about her. But Yana is very sensitive towards fathers, and I've had Yana on the show once before, and Yana is someone that didn't grow up with her father, and yet she understands the importance of why fathers are important. There's not a lot of women that grow up without a father being in their life that truly understands the importance of why fathers are important. So I want to take this time and not to take everything off you, but I want to take this time and give Yana a round of applause. And I want to ask everybody that's on here that to not only follow Yana, but please give her a clapping emoji, because there's not a lot of women that's like Yana that help fathers try and be reunited with their daughters and reunited with their sons, and most importantly, talk to them in a therapeutic way, because there's fathers that have a silent cry inside that need someone to talk to, and Yana is there for everyone. So I want to thank Yana from New York to Germany, and from California to Germany. I want to thank Yana for always being on here, showing her support. And it's 2 a.m. in Germany, and she's still on here right now watching as we speak.
Hey,
thank you, Yana, for being on here.
She's part of the Father Power Rangers. Hey, but I'll say it one step further too. She not only that, this is a woman that I truly believe that most of these women that are taking these children from the dads and alienate them either had a shitty father or no father. Yana comes from no father, and she's turning that shit into a positive. Like,
absolutely,
wake up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I feel personally that certain women that are out there that try to make excuses after excuses after excuses why they don't want the father to the father that wants to be in the child's life for whatever reason they have, I feel like they need to just follow Yana on her page and maybe she'll be the one to change their mind.
And
Thank
just
you, Yana.
and just if women are watching this, that's how the trickle down effect works. That's how things spread. You know, I know a few other women that are advocating for men too. I appreciate it because you're helping us. You don't realize it, but you help, or you probably do realize it, but you're helping us. How much
Now,
time we got?
you know what? Everybody that is watching right now, because I only have 5 more minutes left with him, and this is my only guest for tonight. I'm gonna ask for everybody for the remaining 8 people that is on here. I'm kindly asking everyone to please join me right back on the live, and I'm gonna give um John extended time. Once again, there's a few people that's new on here. Can you let everybody know your name and where you're from?
Yeah, I'm John. You can look up my whole story on Justice for Jace. Use the number 4. Um, you know, you'll see it at the top left hand corner. Check me out. Everything's open. It's public. You ain't
And
gotta
where are
follow.
you from again?
I'm from here in California. Everything's public. You ain't gotta follow, but I'd appreciate it if you do.
All right, no problem. And what I'm going to do right now, just to give John from California a little bit more time to speak. I'm gonna end this live right now, and I'm gonna go back on and put a new live on. So all 10 people that is on here right now, I ask you to come and join me. Please come and join me and give this man support.
Oh,
This is Arcadia.
you wanna come back on a little bit more?
Yes,
Cool.
yes.
Okay.
This is Arcadio Santana speaking. Fathers are important with John. We'll be right back.
Flex.